Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. It is Friday, just in case you're checking. So, thank you for tuning in to our daily dose of conversations of support. We are here to chat and encourage one another to be supportive and during this time of uncertainty and everything. So, every day we come live. I say we, it's really just me. My name is Laura, if you don't know that, or if this is your first time joining me, thank you for stopping in. If you're watching on the replay, appreciate that too. I am sitting outside of our Eastern Shore, Maryland home. It's not sunny right at the moment. Can you hear the birds? Birds talking to me. Maybe he thinks I'm talking to him. I don't know. But it's a little overcast and cloudy, but it's actually like 60 some degrees out, so it's not bad at all weather-wise. But today's topic is how to be a strong person or continue to be a strong person when we don't feel like it, right? I bet many of us who think we're very strong in all kinds of situations are starting to feel a little not so strong right now. Um, so, one of the traits of strong people is that they make time to help others, even if they're struggling with their own personal problems. And I do agree with that. I mean, we all have problems to deal with, right? We all have different things happening in our private lives that some of us share publicly and some of us don't, and that's okay. You do what is right for your family. But sometimes when people don't maybe know all of the stuff that you are personally dealing with privately and they think you're just a strong person, we forget that we all need that little extra boost of encouragement, especially in these uncertain times, you know. So keep in mind that when we're checking in on everybody, check in on those strong people too, because I think we all need support right now. So one of the phrases that the sentiments that I like is you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Now, for me personally, I find that is a true statement in the sense that, you know, when our son was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, you know, we had to be strong. I have no choice but to be strong in that area. We as a family are doing what is best for him. You know, all along. We're not trying to second guess ourselves and everything like that. But, you know, there are days when it doesn't feel great and people might not even realize that I'm having a bad day or whatever because they think I'm this strong person. Well, guess what? Strong people need help sometimes, right? And that help can just be, hey, I'm thinking of you. I haven't talked to you in a while and all of that. You know, encourage one another. A strong person is not the one who doesn't cry. A strong person is the one who does cry and shed tears for a moment and then gets up and fights again. Now, I think that's even true of myself. Hey, Christy, Michael, and Nick, thanks for hopping in. Today's topic is how to be a strong person when you don't feel like being strong. And for me, I freely admit that I will have my days where I've cried and I've been upset with, the worry of, raising a son that has, physical disabilities, not being able to be with my daughters right now, because we're trying to keep our son in a less risky area right now. I had to be strong when my husband was an officer working out on the road, and I've always been a supportive police wife, 100%. Even now as a retired, we still have to support each other. But even us strong people, we're gonna all have our day. And I guess my rambling point is it's okay to not feel strong. It's okay to give yourself permission to not want to have to deal with all this crud. and poop and whatever you want to call it, and I'm trying to be nice. If you're dealing with something health-wise, it's okay to be mad and angry at it and not want to feel strong. But you know what? To be a strong person, we will have those moments, and then we brush it off our shoulder and say, you know what? I've got God in my pocket. I've got whatever it is that gives me the strength to fight it, that gives me the strength to keep pushing on, that gives me the strength to encourage somebody else, even if I'm not feeling that great, and that's what I find myself doing. Let's see. And then the last phrase that I found that I really like is, do not judge. You don't know what storm I've asked her to walk through. Signed, God. And that's true. We don't know what the cashier lady at the Target or the Walmart or the grocery store is dealing with privately. And if she is looking a little flustered in this time, we don't know what else she's dealing with. We don't know if somebody in the line behind us is worried about how they're going to pay for their groceries because they just got laid off, But when we do smile and we do acknowledge each other, we can encourage each other to get through that moment and to know that we will come out on the positive on the other end of this in a positive manner, right? Sometimes we have to be proactive as strong people, and we have to make the effort to step up and be that strong person for others and give ourselves permission to be not so strong later, So go out there and encourage your family members, encourage the people that you bump in, not literally, don't bump into them literally right now. Keep your social distancing. But when you see somebody out and about and they're got this look on their face and that person is not feeling strong right now, and you have that little ounce of being strong left in you, then encourage that person. Say hi. You know what I did today? I had an appointment scheduled at the beginning of April to have my yearly mammogram done. So yes, make sure you have those things scheduled. But right now, it's not a critical test that needs to be done. So I called to see if I could reschedule it when things are less crazy and less risky for me to have to go into a doctor's office. So I've got my appointment now rescheduled for May because they were doing them 6 weeks out. But I started chatting with the lady on the phone, and at the end of the conversation, I thanked her for working because she was there to answer the phone, to be able to reschedule. She said they were getting ready to call everybody who has appointments in the next couple of weeks and to reschedule anyway, and I just beat them to it. I saved her a phone call. We got the business done, but I encouraged her. We both wished each other well, and so maybe that helped her for just a little bit out of her crazy day, because I am sure she's spending a lot of time having to go in and reschedule everything, right? So many of us are having procedures and surgeries postponed and all of that, and I know it's so frustrating, and I know it's you get yourself geared up for something big, and then to go, I gotta hold on just a little bit longer until it gets done. The one thing that would help me is to know that these decisions are being done in the best interest of our own health. I've had to reschedule my reevaluation for to stay on the kidney transplant list. And those of you who don't know me, I do have chronic kidney disease, but thankfully I am not on dialysis at this time, so I am not super high risk right now. I don't absolutely need to have that kidney transplant right now. I've been on the list for like 5 or 6 years. It's fine, But because I've been on for so long, I have to redo some tests. Well, those tests aren't considered priority right now. So we're going to spread them out a little bit, and eventually I'll get myself back in active status on the transplant list. But, right now I'm viewing it as this is all in God's timing. God is the one who is guiding when I will have, when and if I need that transplant. He is going to guide when we decide to go back to our full-time home and leave the house on the Eastern Shore, because back home in Harford County, they have a higher number of the coronavirus cases there. Down here on the Eastern Shore in Worcester County, we don't have that many right now. So maybe this is God telling us we need to stay put for a little bit, so the whole point of that is that when you have high-risk surgeries, that person also then becomes vulnerable to get anything else, on top of that. And we don't need to add extra risks on top of the regular normal risks that come with having surgeries, right? Or procedures done. So like for me on the transplant list, Hopkins and University of Maryland, they are only doing life-saving transplants right now, meaning heart or lung. And that's okay. I'm good. I don't, I'll be honest, if you've watched any of my earlier videos, I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know how we're going to handle it when the time comes, because there's a lot of doctor's appointments and everything like that right after you have the transplant. And I don't know how we're going to deal with also taking care of our son, I can't leave him alone for hours on end, so we'll figure it out. We'll make it all work, and I know God provides, but to be strong and confident in knowing that all of this will eventually work itself out, we need to acknowledge that there will be days where we don't feel strong, where that person that you thought of as the most strong person, they do have their bad days. They do have their moments where they don't feel strong. So check in with your friends, check in with your family, and just let them know you're thinking about them, and see if they need anything. Let them vent too, because that's what we all need, right? We all want a chance to just get our fears out, get our angst about all of this, and then we can be strong again to handle everything. So so today that's just my encouraging sentiment, is to don't dismiss thinking that your strong friend is going to be strong all the time. And even if you don't think you're a strong person, you are stronger than you think you are, because you are doing this every day. If you don't think you're strong enough to be a homeschool mom right now, because everybody is a homeschool mom or dad or grandpa, whoever is raising the children in that home, you do have it in you, and we can get through this together. That's where the importance of having your village, your tribe of people around is important, because we can become strong people by encouraging one another. And it's just, I just want you to understand that I know if you're having a bad day, it's okay. We all are going to have them. I may not come across as a person who can't handle a lot, but I've had my time where, trust me, if I'm taking a nap, it's probably because my body is saying, you know what, I just need to disconnect for a little bit. So I view myself personally as a strong person, but it's okay if I'm not. And it's okay if I need to be that strong person for my husband, for my son, for my girls, for my daughters. I can be strong for my PTA friends, my old preschool friends, who don't have preschool kids anymore, and they're all older, We can encourage each other to become that strong person that maybe we wish we were, right? So I love coming on here and having, an opportunity to encourage and to continue having our conversations of support. If there is something that you would like to talk about, or as a topic of the day, please message me or put it in the comments, and it'll become one of our daily conversations. We will do that. So I will definitely be back here again tomorrow. I think I've been doing this long enough now that even the boys are getting used to me coming out here for my quiet time. So, so be strong. Know that it's okay not to be strong every single minute of every single day, but know that you are stronger than you think you are, and that we as a collective group can be strong enough to get through this time of uncertainty and what feels like chaos and anxiousness. We will get through it together. So let me know what you want to talk about. I wish you all well. Enjoy. It is Friday. If you didn't catch the beginning of it, it is a Friday. So I know we're all starting to lose track of what day of the week it is, but it is Friday. But according to my husband, now that he's retired, every day is Saturday except for Sunday. That totally messes me up too. So, but thank goodness, the one positive about this is I know I'm not missing any meetings because there are no meetings right now, right? So check your calendars, see if you need to reschedule something for a later time. Continue to support one another, continue to encourage each other, and just know that it's okay if you're having a bad day and you don't want to feel strong and you don't want to be strong. There is somebody else out there who will be strong with you and for you, and then you will be able to pay it forward and be strong for them. So on that note, I will end my daily rambling session, because as an Italian, I can talk, and as long as I use my hands, we'll talk. So it's supposed to be really great weather this weekend, so I will definitely be outside again. I hope you are well stocked with your food, your shelter, your family and friends. Enjoy the time together. Do not stress about it. Don't go overboard with trying to figure out packets of homework and things like that. But do what works for you and your family. If you need a schedule, make a schedule. If you don't want to have a schedule, and that's okay, don't do that. So, but I believe in you. You all are great, strong people. I appreciate you jumping on. If you're watching this on the replay, I believe in you as well. Keep up the good work with this, and I will see you all tomorrow. So, blessings to you. See you tomorrow for another episode of Conversations of Support. Bye.